19mm socket, remove all 5 of your lug nuts, and then remove the wheel. Then with a rubber mallet from the backside, hit the tire, not the rim. That'll help break it free. Okay. Now take off your safety lug nut and remove the wheel. Now that the wheel's off, I'm going to remove this banjo bolt, or break it free at least. It's easier to do it now while the caliper's attached as opposed to later. Snug it back up so you don't lose too much fluid. And now with a 15mm socket, let's go ahead and remove these 2 bolts that hold the caliper bracket on. Remove this bolt and then the one underneath. Okay, leave this in just a couple threads, and let's break free the other one. Remove both of these, then remove your whole caliper with the bracket. And I'm going to set it aside up here so that it puts no pressure on the brake hose. With your new caliper, separate the caliper itself from the bracket. Set that aside. Add some grease right here. This is where the anti-rattle clips ride, and you want it to be greased up for rust prevention purposes. Take your brand new anti-rattle clips and press them on. Make sure they go on all the way, and make sure you have no excess grease that's hanging out inside here, otherwise it's going to get on the rotor. Do the same to the other side. Perfect. Now you want to take out your slider pins, and they are pre-greased, but there usually isn't enough grease in here for regular usage, so it's just to prevent it from rusting while being stored. So add some grease here. I like to add a little bit extra to the inside of the boot here. That's going to act as a reserve of grease. Slide in your slider pin, press it on all the way, give it a couple twists, make sure that grease makes its way into this top lip here where the boot seals up, and do the same to the other side. Slide on your new bracket and start in the 2 bolts that hold it on. Let's snug them up and then torque them to 89 foot-pounds. Now you take your pads out of the old caliper and slide them on to the new one. Perfect. Now on your new caliper, add just a little bit of grease to these 2 ears here. That's going to help the pads operate quietly and smoothly up against the caliper. And do the same thing to this outer ring of the piston. Now you can slide your new caliper over, press in the pins, and line up the bolt holes. Start in your new bolts. Let's snug them up and then torque them to 20 foot-pounds. Torque these 2 to 20 foot-pounds. All right, now let's get the new banjo bolt out with these 2 washers and have it ready for the hose from the old caliper. Oops. Put 1 copper washer on the banjo bolt. Now you want to have a collection bucket underneath because this might leak some fluid. With your 11mm wrench, remove this banjo bolt. Okay. Remove the hose from the caliper. Now you want to make sure that these old washers come off. You don't want to double up on washers. That's how you create a leak. You just want to try and pry this off. There we go. And this side is already off, so that's perfect. Make sure there's no debris here. Take your banjo bolt, the new one, slide it through, and then put another one of these washers on the other side. That basically seals it up on both ends. Start it into the caliper, and let's snug it up. Make sure that the line goes into that cutout there. Okay, that's bottomed out. I'm going to go about 1/4 to 1/3 of a turn after that. What you want to do is basically crush these 2 copper washers, and that's what's going to make the perfect seal on your hose. Wipe off any excess fluid so that you know if there is a leak, which if there is one, take the copper washers back off, inspect for debris, and snug it up once again. Perfect. Now you want to open up your bleeder screw, so remove this cap. Okay. With a 10mm, open up the bleeder screw, and now we're going to let gravity do its thing, pull the fluid down, and push the air out of the bleeder screw. Once we have a steady trickle of fluid, you can close this up and then perform a manual brake bleed. And what that entails is after you've checked your master cylinder to make sure that it's full, you have someone inside the vehicle pumping up the brake pedal, holding pressure on it after a few pumps. Then with pressure being held on the brake pedal, you open up this bleeder screw and any air that might be stuck in here will be forced out. Close the bleeder screw once the pedal reaches the floor, and then repeat the process until you have no more air coming out. After that, you can close it and we'll finish it off. There we go, we have our steady trickle of fluid. Now close it up and go ahead and perform your manual brake bleed. Now after your manual brake bleed, clean off your area and cap it off. Make sure you have no residual brake fluid anywhere, and let's get the wheel back on. Reinstall your wheel. Okay, 100 foot-pounds in a cross pattern. Double check it.